Once upon a time, in a quiet valley surrounded by rolling hills, there lived a young girl named Layla. She loved nature more than anything, the whisper of trees, the scent of rain, and the way the wind carried secrets only she could hear. Every morning, she would wander beyond her cottage and greet the world as if it were her dearest friend. One morning, after a long winter's sleep, the first light of spring touched the earth. Layla stepped outside to find the snow melting, and tiny green buds pushing through the soil. The air smelled of freshness, of beginnings. The cherry trees began to bloom, scattering pink petals like blessings over the land. As days grew longer and the sun climbed higher, summer arrived like a festival of light. The fields turned golden, and butterflies fluttered like bits of sunlight. The forest sang with crickets, and the air was alive with the hum of bees. Layla spent her days by the lake, dipping her feet in the cool water and watching ripples stretch across the surface like silver rings. Sometimes she lay on the grass, looking up at drifting clouds that shaped themselves into castles and dragons. Children laughed in the distance, farmers gathered their crops, and every creature seemed to dance in joy. The world was warm and bright, full of energy and laughter. Yet one evening, as the sun set in a blaze of orange and pink, Layla realized that summer's beauty was not just in its brightness, but in how it made hearts come alive. It was a reminder to live fully, to dream boldly, and to embrace the golden warmth while it lasts. Birds returned from distant lands, singing songs of joy. The rivers ran faster, as if excited to tell stories of their long journey beneath the ice. Layla knelt beside a small flower, a bluebell trembling in the morning breeze, and whispered, "Welcome back, little one." The world missed you. Everywhere she went, she felt life returning, not just to the land, but to her heart. Spring taught her that even after the coldest night, warmth always returns. Then came autumn, soft and wise. The forest dressed itself in fire, leaves glowing red, orange, and gold. The wind carried the scent of ripe apples and wood smoke. Birds began to fly south again, their wings painting the sky with farewell. Layla walked through the forest, the leaves crunching beneath her feet. The trees whispered as they shed their colors, saying goodbye to what once was. She sat beneath an old oak tree, watching the sunset melt across the hills. In that stillness, she understood something new: even letting go can be beautiful. Autumn showed her that change is not the end, it is part of life's endless rhythm. Every leaf that falls nourishes the earth, making way for something new. The world was preparing to rest, and in that quiet acceptance, there was peace. Finally, winter arrived. The first snow fell softly one night, blanketing the valley in pure white. The world grew silent, as if holding its breath. Layla wrapped herself in a wool cloak and stepped outside. Her footprints made gentle marks on the untouched snow, the moonlight turning the landscape into silver. Though the trees were bare, they stood proud and strong. The river was frozen, but beneath the ice, water still moved quietly. Life had not disappeared, it had simply gone inward, waiting for the right time to bloom again. Layla sat by her window that night, watching the snowflakes fall, each one unique, perfect, and fleeting. And she whispered, "The world sleeps so it can dream again." Winter taught her the beauty of stillness, reflection, and rest, that even silence has its song. Though the trees were bare, they stood proud and strong. The river was frozen, but beneath the ice, water still moved quietly. Life had not disappeared, it had simply gone inward, waiting for the right time to bloom again. Layla sat by her window that night, watching the snowflakes fall, each one unique, perfect, and fleeting. And she whispered, "The world sleeps so it can dream again." Winter taught her the beauty of stillness, reflection, and rest, that even silence has its song. Years passed, and Layla grew older. But every season still visited her heart like an old friend. She learned that nature was not just outside her, it lived within her, too. Her laughter was